All right, all right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Give a minute a chance. Give us a minute to let everybody in the room. Happy Sunday. Welcome, Jamila, who's visiting her family. Pardon me. In Salio or Salao, Mexico. Welcome. Hey, Tanya. You're on a slow feed sale. Okay, I understand. I thank you for being here. If you can hear me, Tanya, can I get a sound check to make sure everything is going beautiful as it should be? Because today we're talking about, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Hello, Julia. Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. So today we will be talking about not only are you ready yet to leave the USBS, but we will also be talking about a subtext of due aparts, spelled D-U-E, aparts, due aparts. Time is up. Due aparts on so many levels. So welcome in, everybody. Today, are you ready yet to leave the USBS?
Hello on behalf of Niki. We just wanted to let you know that today we're going live with something special, ad-free. That's right, no interruptions, just real talk, great vibes, and all the answers you've been waiting for. So grab your snacks, your notebook, settle in, and let's connect without the breaks. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show.
Before we get into that, we have to get into this, which is my new subs, my true subs, my new and my true. Thank you so much for my new subbies, and welcome in, welcome to the channel, and to my new and my true blue, welcome in, and thank you for being here and supporting me every step of the way. Also want to give a shout out to my mods, Tanya, who's always here, just fully supporting me. I truly appreciate you being here. Thank you to every mod that's able to join. And for those who are not with us today, we send them love. We send them love. So hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hello, Melody. Welcome into the show. Today, as you know, we'll be going ad-free because it's pretty intense today. We're getting down to the nitty and the gritty of what is holding you up to leave. And if you're ready, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Because there's a lot going on in the U.S. and we are going to cover all of that. Also, I want to give a shout out to Bluebird. Her Cocoa Circle is coming up on Friday, October the 24th from 4 to 5 p.m. at Progresso Beach. Please feel free to pause and read the screen. She was offering it at a cost, but now it is free. So take advantage of that healing ceremony. I think it will be beautiful, and I will do my best to make it and support Blue. Blue also has a YouTube channel. It is Blue, RN, BSN. And you'll see her beautiful face there when you search that. So today, emotional healing and Merida has a lot to do with Are You Ready Yet? Because it's not that easy, right? It looks easy, but the videos that we have all watched and our deep research shows us that the rabbit hole indeed goes deep, and there is a vortex and an energy here in Merida that will yield you to maybe a different direction. So, due aparts. You are due to part the U.S., right? That's why you're looking at this today. Fortunately, in relationships, there's a lot of due aparts to set us off onto a different path in life. After breakups, after divorces, or our spouse transitions, our partners, we're left with, who am I, right? For so long, we played the role. Hello, Lenore, welcome in. We played the role of the mother, the caretaker, the family monarch. You know, we wore many hats, many different hats, and sometimes just the wife for those of us who have no kids or have nieces and nephews. So, after the empty nesting is done and you're faced in the mirror with what do I do now and what do I do next, where do you go from here? So I want to always remind you that everybody is in this at their own rate and date, and the comparison of character is death. So, with that being said, you set up on your path. You set off on where you want to go. Don't limit your thinking to not being able to move abroad, because you can indeed do it. I am living proof. Other videos that you've looked at are living proof, right? So the best thing you can do is start today. Now, one thing that I have in common, and that we all have in common here in Merida, is that we're all on a do-a-part. We're all starting over from the beginning, no matter the age, the location, the origin or location that we're here from, no matter the family circumstances, relatives, family, or whatever there is that's going on in our lives. Once those do-a-parts are done and time's up, we set off into a new journey, into a new direction, okay? So we have the early do-a-parts, the marriage that you thought would last, and it didn't. The kids that have grown and gone, the relationships that are now growing beyond us, before us, after us, we've outgrown them, right? And we are left with the question of, who am I? And what's next? And what's now? And the best advice I can give you is to start with now. It's the easiest, right? The future sometimes gives us a lot of anxiety, honey. I know. Y'all know I had the PTSD. I'm so triggered in the States. And the one thing I've learned through my meditation, affirmation, listening to the great philosophers of life, where I find a lot of fruit, is that all we have is now. And that is the greatest starting point we could ever be given. It's right now. You can decide to change your mind. And when you change your mind, you change your world. And it starts with one step. So, when we break down the do-a-part, whatever your situation is, the first thing we want to be is angry. We want to be angry. We have to be angry because it didn't turn out like we thought it was. We planned for it to go a certain way, and we weren't ready for this early do-a-part. We didn't have a backup plan because we just knew this was going to work out. We just knew this relationship was going to work out. We just knew this new city we were living in was going to work out. We just knew the relationship with our co-workers was going to work out, and we found out that that's what they are. They're not family, they co-workers. And you go on, the job is over. The kids are grown, So, who, where, what, and when, and how? Get out your notebook. I already told y'all. Y'all know what it is. We do work around here. We do work around here. Pardon me, guys. So you're going to start with who? Now, for a long time, we as women have been told we are the mother. We are the caretaker. We are the wife. Even some of us aspired from a very young age to be a wife. That was our goal, because that's what we saw in the fairy tales. That's what the books taught us. So Cinderella taught me that if I lose my shoe, that a prince was going to come and find me, even with my nasty, mean stepsisters, and I'm cleaning and toiling, and he gonna come find me, and he gonna arrive on a white horse, right? And I'm gonna look out the peephole, and I'm gonna see him gallop up, and he gonna come and save me and rescue me from all the household chores and my evil stepsisters. Now, can I get a show of hands of who that happened to? Who is that happened to? Because I was taught in the fairy tales. So we either grow through it or we grow out of it. Fortunately, there have been many of us, there have been a group of us who have had the knight in shining armor, who have fulfilled their destiny and living their life, and even they will come to a do apart point. See, because we all end up at the same point. Regardless of the path that we take, there is a due, D-U-E, due, time's up. There's a due a point break, right? These are the marriage last, and they say we'll be together happily ever after. No roadmap, no, what does that look like? What does happily ever after look at like? With PTS, depression, stress, bad finances, no money, house note, car note, and a job that you don't like. So, in a lot of ways, in the United States, we have been fed a false doctrine on many levels, both in the spiritual realm as well as the economic world and political arena. And again, when it comes to relationships with others as well as with ourselves. Because the best relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. So through emotional healing, we get through the anger of the disappointment of the promise being forsaken. The American dream, right? Whatever that is for you, for us. And take into account the time that it takes to heal. Give yourself some time. Right? And learn, we must learn to forgive ourselves. We must learn to forgive ourselves. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. We must learn to forgive ourselves and focus. The best thing you can do in these moments of doubt is to focus on something greater than yourself. A goal, an ambition, a plan. How about a plan to move abroad? That's even better, right? So, for my late do-aparts, the ones that are empty nesters and thinking, what now? The ones that are having revelations and separations. Because this is what happens. You're in a relationship, or you're being the mother, you're being the wife. And when the separation comes, the do-apart comes, then you have these revelations, right, of where you should be in life versus where you are. And then you begin to look at how much time you either gained or wasted, depending on how if the cup is half full or half empty, right? So it's all a part of the do apart, the growing apart. And the fact that there is it's nobody's fault. This is when life be lifing. Period. Right, Tanya? Life be lifing. A wife and a mother. And when that is over, who am I? What do I want? Where do I want to go? What do I want to see? How do I want to live? And this is your opportunity to grow up and glow up, right? We have talked about the fairy tale of the white horse, and that is for me too. I grew up thinking if I stay, he just gonna knock at the door. And it still ain't nobody. I checked. And it ain't nobody to do it but the delivery man with my rappy. He cute, but he's not what they promised me. So, you can make your own happily ever after. You can make your own happily ever after. So we either grow up with it or we grow out of it. And for my group of women who have found their knight in shining armor. You are the glowing example of the possibilities. And for us who have grown a little bit out of it, now it's time to do some inside work, right? Because some of us got it, but most of us didn't. And I call it like I see it. I was on the Exodus panel with over 18,000 membership of women all over the world who are looking for their happy place, who have reached their due apart. Even if it was a partner, they reached their due apart, right? And are ready to leave that USBS. But the journey starts within, beloveds. It does not start outside of you. And no matter what you'll do apart, we ending up on the same road, right? The road to freedom. And like Greta said, freedom ain't free. So I'll tell you a story of my friend, a girlfriend. You know, she's been married 20 years. She's one of the ones that found her knight in shining armor, honey. He came and got her. They met. Beautiful love story. They met when they were older, so they went through the childbearing years and they were able to travel and experience a lot of their life together. As time moved on, you know, you get comfortable. You love the one you're with and you get kind of stagnant, right? So looking for a change. She told me that she was thinking about traveling the world. I was like, whoa, that's pretty big. You almost 60, right? She said, yeah, but I'm ready to do it. I'm feeling good. And if not the world and just North America, maybe live on the road and have a refurbish an old bus. She had a plan, y'all. She had a plan to refurbish this bus, and she gonna travel. I got the map up back there. She gonna travel up and down the eastern border coastline, back and forth to Canada, right? All the way up and go to Toronto and all these things. So I asked her, you know, because her husband is like 20 years older than her. So I asked her who was going to drive. To me, that was the apparent question. Because I'm thinking about how I feel just driving maybe a long day and making a lot of errands. And where are you going? I started asking particular questions that were to be figured out. Now, her husband left. He went away. He came back. And she said to me, dear Nikki. And I said, yeah. She said, you know, when he left and came back, I could kind of see his age a little bit, right? The forgetfulness, right? The forgetfulness, the missteps. I told y'all I have fallen one too many times in Merida. These sidewalks are merciless. You have to be careful. I know people who've fallen before. Hey, Pamela, welcome in. One of my mods fell before and was in a cast. It be for real. So she's starting to see that. And sometimes when people go away, you get a minute by yourself to do some separation revelation, and they come back, you're like, whoa, okay, I can actually see the changes, or it confirms what you already knew and thought you was just seeing stuff, right? Justified, right? And so she had to reroute her plans. And she also spoke about the doer part when he transitioned, because it's reality. I was happy to see her talking about it. She's quite a bit younger than he is. So it's something that is not a possibility, it's a probability. Hey, real life. What's up, Anthony and family? Y'all do a part the U.S. Buenos noches. You know, and so she had to take a real look at that, you know, and really reassess realistically what to do. So we came up with another plan. She is living in a very large house. Now they want to downgrade to no steps, because these are things when you get older, when you do apart from being young, right? DUE apart, right? One level, easy access, not a lot to clean, you know, a lot of things like that. So I'm glad to see that she had a revelation and she realized that her spouse was getting older. And most times we, as a wife, go from a wife to a wife slash caretaker, wife slash nurse. Men sometimes have to do this with their wives if they suffer a medical emergency. You can never be too confident, right? And just take life for granted. Thank you, Pamela. I'm glad you enjoyed me on the Exit Summit. I had a good time, right? So with your partner, especially when there's a large age gap, these are things that you got to take into consideration. And one thing is true that plans change and change plans, right? Or change plans change, right? So she's now seeing that, hey, I asked her, and you don't have no railing on your steps. Are you good with that? And I think because I'm around somebody of that age, I see it and she really didn't really see it. I'm like just one step and he's over the edge. Or one wrong misstep and he has fallen recently. So I think reality is touching down and she's like, okay, let me reroute my plan. Let me rethink what I want to do. And they decided to move into a tiny house instead of this bus. So I'm happy about that. It's less space. It's good for them. Somewhere that is great and somewhere in the middle. If she's got to move from Merida, I completely understand. A lot of people have. And that's okay because this is about moving abroad. It's not about moving to Merida. Although I love to have you come and stay at Casa de Tia Niki. I would. It's about breaking free and being ready for this move and getting ready and looking at your due parts. URDUE times up. The book is due. The VH, be kind and rewind and put it in a slot box at the Blockbuster. It's due. Because if you don't, you got to pay a late fee. You got to pay a penalty. And I'm going to show you what a penalty look like in a minute. I'm going to show you what the penalty is for staying where you stand. Not working on your plan when I know you can. And for those who are, Lenora done already sent me hers. A lot of people, Tanya, she sent me hers, have vision boards and are working on it. So what we doing, we starting now. We starting today. We starting with who am I now after the due apart? I'm due apart from the U.S. I'm due apart from this relationship, whether it's early or late. How much time do I have left if it's late? A lot of us are married for 30 years and the due apart come. And then you got to start over as a single person without your mate. And who am I and what do I do next and where do I go? Right? So it'd be serious because you'd be like, what the heck? And you can be easily, the devil come in a lot of ways. Right? So you can be easily persuaded to go against your dreams, to give up. PTSD is for real. Depression is real. Anxiety is real. And these are part of the life experience. So, in those moments when you quiet yourself and you listen to that inner voice and you let go of the fairy tales, the indoctrination that we've been taught in the U.S., you can focus on your healing. And I want you to get angry. I want you to get real mad. And I want you to get so angry that you're willing to do something about it. I want you to get so angry that it urges you to make a change, to start a new direction, to go ahead and accept your due apart and go ahead on and focus on other experiences. The best way to heal is to forgive yourself. And it is a process, but it's okay because you're on your own dime in your own time. And take the time to heal and focus on experiences greater than yourself. Okay? You got to go through it to get to it, as my mama say. Okay? Mama said. So be aware of the spousal changes, and know that any road, whether you grow up with it or grow out of it, it comes with a cost. The relationship you have with yourself comes at a cost. Sometimes it's worth it and sometimes it ain't to hold on to the anger or hold on to the bitterness. Sometimes it's better for you to let it go. However way you do so, through prayer and meditation or a conversation, however way you see fit. But I want you to be convicted to do so, to step out on your do parts and accept the spousal changes and make the provisions therein. I talked about this on the Exodus Summit, preparing your aging parents for your live abroad. Celeste, the young lady that I was there with, ended up putting her mom in a facility. She was in a facility because, see, what Celeste understood is that she had reached her due part and she had to go. And she was like, Mama, we got to have a conversation. Are you doing a part with me? Are you coming? Are you staying? And her mama said, I want to stay. This the best water in Merida, E Pura. This here is what you want. Get you some E Pura. They have another one called Crystal Water made by Coca-Cola. Don't care for it too much. Remind me of Dasani. And we know how we feel about Dasani. So E Pura is very good and they deliver right to your house. So Celeste was like, hey Ellie, hey Kimberly. So yeah, it's time to go. And she said, Mama, what you gonna do? So Mama was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and stay here. And she said, cool, work it out. I'm gonna go ahead and call my sister and my brother and we're gonna have a meeting. And we're gonna talk about you and what we're gonna do with you. Because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Apart. I'm about to roll out. And that's exactly what she did. She put her mother in a facility. And the fascinating part about it is her mother loved it. Her mother loved it. She loved being around people her age. She loved being around the activity. These places, I told them I think they kind of prejudiced because I was trying to go at 40 and they was like, you're not old enough. I was like, that's discrimination. What you talking about? So, but a lot of these facilities, and I can attest to this when my mom was in one, they have a lot of activities going on and outings and they get to sit and eat together and form relationships. Otherwise, they just be in the house with you. And that's what I wanted to implore on one of my clients who's struggling with care for her ailing relative. That a lot of times us holding on to them, it stifles their livelihood. Because we can only do but so much as one person. What we doing? And pretty much that's the fundamentals, making sure they clean and eat. But what time do you have to really dedicate, especially if you have children? So we do our disabled or people who need in our family who need that type of assistance a disservice by not letting them experience these facilities and get around people who have the same inability, disability, or ability that they have, or the same age group that they're in. And this is what Merida gives you a chance to do. Because the one thing that I realize is that my mom's aging, but so am I. Ta-da! I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm getting old too. So my ability to care for her like I did 10 years ago versus 10 years from now is a big, drastic difference. So I knew that I was due apart the United States because I knew Merida financially gave, and not only I found out later that ethically it gives me a lot too. I was just looking at the financial part of being able to, subsidize that, to get somebody to come in the home, get somebody to assist me with what I need, and somebody to assist me if I need it, right? But then I found out after I got here that not only is that top tier, but the actual people here, the locals here, are very caring. They're going to treat your mother like they treat their mother. It's deeper than just financial. Financial is just a piece of it. You get the piece of knowing that that whoever, whether it be you or someone else, is being well taken care of and not abused. And we did talk about that on the summit. A lot of people Well, like, what about the abuse? And in Latin countries, it's almost non-existent, if not non-existent, because that's not their modus operandi. They are family-oriented and care about people. So they're not going to hurt your loved ones. They're going to care for them. The quality of care. Get your money ready to get the all day 24-hour what you need care, or I'll be by on Tuesday care. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this. It's levels to this. So I made it ad free tonight, y'all, because I wanted us to get into this discussion about these due parts, because all of us are experiencing on one level or another. You do a part, that job, DUE is what I'm talking about. Time's up. Stamp it. Be kind and rewind and put it in the box at the Blockbuster, because it's overdue. It's overdue. And I'm going to show you what it looked like when you be overdue on your due parts, okay? So come with me now. Yes, exactly. People forget that as your parents age, so do you. And living in a place like Mexico definitely will, I can't say the word, with long-term care, because here in the States, almost started $7,500 a month. Who got $7,500 to give somebody? Your rent, that's more than people rent. Or the equivalent. I mean, it's absolutely asinine. To me, it doesn't make any sense. And I want you all to know that you have a choice. You got options. You got a choice. You do not, honey, let me tell you. Ta-da! You do not have to. I got the TV at work. I got the bed. I'm missing nothing. I'm missing nothing from my old life. I'm doing better in this new life, in a new place, than I was in the old place with the old life, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So let's go look at what it looked like. This is what it looked like. We're going to go over to the recall list. I got that up. Do y'all know how many recalls it is in the United States of America right now? The man came on the thing and said there's so many recalls that he can't name them. You just have to go to the website. So I'm at fda.gov. You can go there too and verify what I'm telling you. Okay? So we are at recalls, market withdrawals, and safety alerts. This is what happened when you stay past your due date. What you waiting on? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? That means how much more do you need? Because they got it coming every day. They got Diddy. They got all of it coming on all levels. So here, beloveds, I'm going to give y'all, and please go to this website. I'll put it in the chat so y'all can click it and check it out for yourself. And I want you to look for your state as well, because a lot of these are broken down in the states. This is current as of 9/10/19, which is yesterday. Okay, you can do a search and filter, right? You can do the filters. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at this list together so that you know that you're not crazy. I know I'm not crazy, but we know who is crazy. Okay? So look at all the stuff that's been recalled, y'all. We got multiple store brands. You can click on that and it'll give you the stores. Ready meals, store-made meals, pepper jack, cheddar, bacon, burgers, waffles, green onions from the Church Brothers LLC. And these people are still in business. Here we got the mini pigs. It is the equivalent of 1,151 recalls. How far back does that go? I'm not sure. Y'all check. The bistro, Don Poncho, the pancakes, meal kits containing chicken. So that's what every meal, every single meal on the market, they can change chicken. Oh, it keeps going. It keeps going for 116 pages. I'm here to let you know that it's for real. Your health is for real. Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Because we're going to take a look at the USBS together. Okay, how about the mushrooms that's supposed to be healthy for you? There you go. All the Philips Respironics medical devices, food and beverages, foodborne illness. This is supposed to be helping you. This is what we got. Here's the description. Make sure you look at it. Strawberries. Right, Pamela? Right, Pamela? This is the U.S. right now. This was going on in the U.S. I get my stuff down the street at the market with seeds in it. I'm telling y'all, you can do better for yourself. You can do better for your life. Alfalfa sprouts. It got listeria in it. See, then it tells you the Lone Star dip has got mold, possible mold contamination. Been ready, right? Potential foodborne illness. This is at the FDA website, y'all. Right? Here in DC, 12 to 15K easy, okay? Beef, potential salmonella and listeria. This was just on the 23rd of last month. This is less than a month old right here. And it goes on and on and on and on and on for 1,051 entries. This is stuff that we don't do. When was the last time you went to the FDA's website and looked up recall? See, and they capitalize. They make it public, but they know we won't look. But I'm telling y'all to look. Look for your state. You wonder why you don't feel good. Why my head hurt? Why my stomach feel queasy? Because you got potential mold and contamination from the Lone Star dip. And they say it on the news real fast. Dark chocolate filled with many waffle cones. You see what I'm saying? Here we go. Beef and chicken the dogs. Here go the stuff for the dogs. They got the salmonella and the listeria for the dogs. We talking about the USBS today, y'all. Are you ready yet? It's making you sick. Exactly, Pamela. Exactly. So go. I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link in the description when I go after I have y'all. Now y'all think this is something? Check it out. Did you hear about TD Bank? I don't know how many of y'all are dealing with TD Bank, but let's talk about TD Bank for a minute. Let's talk about TD Bank and them paying $3 billion in a laundering settlement with the Justice Department. Did y'all know about that? I just saw a female rapper talking about traveling outside of the country and having KFC. She said here in the States, whenever she eats it, it'll set her stomach. But no, the KFC here is the number one. We love it. KFC is the bomb. Hey, Darla, KFC is the bomb here. It don't taste nothing like the States at all. I mean, KFC is crowded everywhere. It's in all the malls. Very good chicken. Very good. And they not shipping it from Yums. Yums is, do y'all know about Yums? Y'all got to get up on this stuff. Yums chicken. I'm going to tell you about Yums. Yums. Is this Yums? No. This is, I got to find Yums for y'all. Yums is in China. Yums is in China. Here you go. Yums is one of the number one chicken places that supplies the chicken for the world. They shipping chicken all over. Yums Holdings. Here you go. 10,600 restaurants worldwide. What you talking about? Hey, Frank. Oh, welcome in from Hollywood. Glad to have you, Frank. Welcome aboard. This is why y'all sick, because they shipping the chicken from China. From China. Exactly. At the carryouts in D.C. All that Eddie's and Andy's. All at them. All at them. This is where they get their chicken from. It was bad before it even got on the ship. The chicken I eat, I know, it's tender. The wings are a proportionate size. Let's go back to this. TD Bank paid $3 billion in money laundering. You know, Diddy ain't the only one that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. TD of $3 million historic settlement. This is all times of all times. Exactly, Pamela. Yums ain't yummy. Conspiracy to commit money laundering, the largest bank in U.S. history to do so. Attorney General Merrick Garland said. On TikTok, you can see this where he speaks right here. This is where I saw it. And my mouth just dropped open. It dropped off. High-level executives were alerted to a serious problem with the bank's anti-money laundering program, but failed to correct them as employees openly joked about it and seemed, how easy it was. It seemed to be the criminals do the laundry laundering. They say it's easy. They caught them. This is the 10th largest bank in the United States, y'all. I've seen TD. Y'all seen TD Bank? Well, guess what? Somebody going to jail. They got 2 people that's going to jail. They going to jail. This guy right here, TD Bank Group, Bharat Marsani. So go read about the TD. Go look at this. They've been trafficking everything from fentanyl trafficking to terrorists, financing and human trafficking. TD Bank's chronic failure to provide fertile ground for a host of illicit activity to penetrate our financial system, said Deputy Secretary of the Treasury Wally Ademo. It's probably I'm pronouncing wrong. In one case, a man moved more than $470 million in drug proceeds to another illicit account at another TD Bank branch, bribing employees with more than $57,000 in gift cards. Gift cards, y'all. See what I'm saying? It's stuff going on. So it's long. Of course, I'm not going to read it, but I didn't know if y'all heard about this thing with TD Bank, right? That when I was looking at stuff, I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? Facts, Tia, and the distribution on 4th Street Northeast. Exactly. Oh my God. And what you call it too? Lexington Market? Are you kidding me? They're only going to pay for exactly, because in this thing, Frank, look, you're exactly right. Because I was listening to them, and they not out of business. They have to reconstruct and do reconstruct the infrastructure. That's what the young rapper was saying. She could see how, keeping you sick. Yeah, we need more young people to get in these young. But I'm gonna tell you, these Z's and alphas, and then they see what's going on and they talking about it. So check out this thing. Yeah, they got a slap on the wrist, Frank. I was like, this is what we doing now? But this is what we've been doing, right? And a lot of companies that have the same issue, they reconstruct the business and name it something else, but they do the same dirty business. Make sure y'all go look at this FDA list and don't try to stay away from all of this. This is why you sick. This is why you don't feel good. This is why you feel what we say off. I feel off today. This is why listeria. And then what is this? What is an undeclared allergen? What is an undeclared allergen? They just talk to us like we stupid. What is an undeclared allergen? No, we're not doing this. And go investigate the Yums China Holdings Inc. Is one of the largest restaurant companies in the world with 10,600 restaurants worldwide. This is where the chicken come from. You can go on Wikipedia. I like Wikipedia. Let's see how much money they worth. This is what I'll be doing, y'all, late at night. Exactly. The company needs to stay in bit. Exactly, Frank. Look at these numbers. Read the story on your own time. I want you to look over here. This is what we gonna look. Look at what we paying them to kill us. This is basically what we doing. Thank you, Tanya, so much, my mod, for posting, and Ellie for posting links. We are paying them, and they've been doing this since 2016. So what, we 10 years in to death? 708 million, 4.61 total assets, $4.61 billion. But it's people outside on the street. $8.4115 billion. This is Yums. Here they go. Look, China's first KFC restaurant. What I tell you? And we do not get the chicken from Yums. You're local here because we are in Mexico. I'm telling y'all, it's a difference. So check, here we go. Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. It's all here in our face. You just got to go find this. And this is why y'all got to leave. It's why y'all got to leave. It's why y'all have to go. Look at this Taco Bell. It's just, Taco Bell is horrible. I can't eat Taco Bell. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? That right there is enough. Because everything you consume is everything. It's a consumption. So not only are you dealing with the consumption of bad food, shipping your chicken 3 days it take to get the, and then it's got to go to the market, and then they got to pack it and put it on the shelf and use some meat glue and glue the pieces back. Y'all know the stories. Y'all know the stories, right? I'm not telling y'all a lot of stuff y'all don't know. It may be some news that you're not aware of, but y'all know what it is. You're living it every day. The spiritual thing, yes, Tanya, physically, mentally, physically, on all planes, you got to come. And you can't even listen to rap no more. You can't even listen to the songs no more. You got the diddling. You can't even, like the kids, looking at, like, the kids are seeing all of this. I tried to look at, what's that movie, the new Marvel movie with the boy in the red. That guy, the little, the character, what's his name? Y'all put it in the chat for me. And the Wolverine. What's his name? I couldn't get through it, y'all. It was so much violence. And I was like, this is what I've been looking at. And this is what happened when you move out of the States. Your eyes change. You don't see what you used to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things you're not around anymore, so they not part of your world. They don't become everything in the States that you were experiencing, the gunshots at night and all this stuff, you don't hear it. So when you do, it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa. And then the longer you're away, the more just ridiculously I've seen that you see that it is. And I thought I was going to, Deadpool. Thank you, Lenora. Deadpool. I thought I was going to sit down with my popcorn. I had fluffy popcorn. Y'all had the salt and the butter sprinkled. I was ready. And I turned it on, and then I turned it off because it was horrible. They had one scene where the blood splattered on the screen. Now, in my old self, I would have been like, woo, special effects, what's up? But now I'm like, ugh. So, when you move, when you leave, it really changes who you are. It changes your perspective on life. And it redefines what's important to you. It redefines what you kind of tolerate. You know what I'm saying? You're not tolerating unhealthy food, unhealthy people, right? You're not tolerating being treated a certain way or treating yourself a certain way. Certain level of respect for life and nature and people happen. That's what happened to me. I just be living and loving everybody. And it seemed unreal until you experience it. And that's what I want y'all to do. I want you to come and experience it. Come to Merida. Come say Casa de Tea and Niki. Hang out with your girl. You know what I'm saying? Come get a travel package. Check it out because you got to see for yourself. See, that's what Cortez told me. I was like, Cortez, what about this? And what about that? I was like, Cortez, I got my list ready. And after all that, he was like, girl, you got to come see for yourself. You got to come down here. You got to look at it. You got to see for yourself. And so that's what I did. That's what I did. Yes, the profanity, the violence is just absolutely. And I'm thinking like kids are seeing this. Like, they lined up. They got their fluffy popcorn too. But that's what Cortez, and that was the best advice he gave me. And that is what I would share with you all through experience. Just come see for yourself. Check it out. Walk these Merida streets, and then nobody can't tell you nothing. Including your family members who be like, all right, you going to go down there with the RTL and they going to kidnap you. They don't want you. They don't want you. They don't want you. They don't want none of us. We old, we slow, we going to hold them up. Our knee hurt. They don't want us. If they gonna get somebody, believe it wouldn't be us. It'd be somebody young, and they not looking for us. You safe, and even if you was young, you secure in Merida, the second safest city in Mexico. I'm sorry, in North America, not just Mexico, the all of North America, right? So come chill with me, hang out. We got the pool. We chilling about the pool. We got stuff going on. It's a lot of activities, a lot of vendors, and it will help you to remove not only your body, but your mind from the USBS, okay? Once again, I was so happy to be on the Exodus Summit. We had a fruitful conversation. Celeste was wonderful. I mentioned that she did indeed put her mother into a facility. Her mother ended up loving it, right? And sometimes we do our parents a disservice or our loved ones a disservice by limiting them based on our own limitations of time, energy, effort, and money. So sometimes it's good if you can't find it in the States, which I know you can't because girlfriend just said $7,500. Go ahead and move your family member, your loved one, whoever needs help, to a place that can help them, that is affordable. Okay? And this also frees you up. My girlfriend Mito, I tell y'all this story all the time. My girlfriend moved her mother down. Her mother got dementia. She blind and she deaf, and she just learned Spanish a few months ago. She living her best life on the beach. She has assisted care living. She go over there and drop off her pens and her medicine, and they administer it and make sure that her mother is fine. The good thing about that is it's a win-win because my girlfriend now gets the freedom to travel the world, to go back and forth to the United States for business, because that was the issue before, and keep her good job so she could pay for her mother's accommodation. So think about that. Think about it. I just told my cousin yesterday, says Lenora, I am fluffy. I'm too fluffy for the cartel to want me. They would try to pick me up, and I have to pick one of them on the head and say, are you okay? What'd you say? Are you trying to give me a hug? Pamela. I love how Celeste said her mother was quite active at the facility, and her mom, not saying she wasn't, she seemed to be happy. Yes, she was. And she talked about that a lot. And then I talked about, the bringing my mom with me and how we transition to that, and how I do have clients who do have some issues in that department, all the way from having to make the decision to leave them, and also the guilt from doing so, and how to deal with that, and how sometimes we got to reach outside of ourselves for some help. This is always therapeutic, watching videos and things like this, and this will help you find the way to transition everybody into a happier place, and never forget about you. You've been the mother, you've been the caretaker, you've been the wife, and you've been, or the husband, and now your due parts are upon you, DUE apart, okay? So I want you to consider all the information that I've given to you today. Y'all know I'm here for y'all. I love you very much. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you here in Merida. I did change the direction of my room because I was a little cramped over there. But as long as we can have the tea and Niki, and I got a little map up there, the Yucatan. When you come, I'll give you one because they are fantastic. You can see where everything is and where to go and do everything. I appreciate the hearts too. I be seeing the hearts. I appreciate it. Pamela. Yes. Celeste said I got to go. I have a client who moved here recently, who left her mother and father, or as she refers to him, her mother's husband, where they were, and made a change. She said, I gave 20 years of my life to caring for my mother and my parents, my ailing parents, and now it's my sister's turn. It's my sister's turn. And for those of us who don't have family members that want to step up, that's exactly why you need to take advantage of moving abroad, so you can have a new family, opposed to relatives, to come in and help you sustain the vigor and active, your parents' active senior life, or yours, as we all approach there, because we all got due parts, whether we want to admit it or not, right? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So yes, please, Tanya, thank you. Please like, share, and support the Tia Niki and Merida brand. Y'all know I'm doing big things here. We'll be closing on the house in the next week. So I will have plenty of video. I'm going to just set up the camera and y'all will see the furniture come in and us making Casa de Tia Niki come to life. You'll get a full perspective of what's in the house, how it looks, the feel of it. It's going to be pretty luxurious. I'm telling y'all, I'm coming with the goods, especially comfortable beds, because people stay at places just for the beds. And some people be like, it was great, but the bed suck. I ain't never going back there. So we got to make sure that when you rest, you wake up fully rested and ready to explore Merida and change your life. Because this is what about. The due a part is upon you. We have looked at the recall list. It is absolutely ridiculous. I have never seen nothing. Hey, Sabir. Hey, Sabir. I ain't never seen nothing like it, y'all. And it is growing every day. Every time I go online, there's something else that's being recalled. And my question is, what do the FDA exactly do? Because how is it getting past them to a recall? How do you recall 700,000 pounds of beef all over the United States? You can't. And that's why some of us are sick. That is what's going on. Y'all saw the list. You see what's going on with the diddler. You see what's going on with TD Bank, the T Diddler Bank. You seen what's going on with them. It's only going to get worse. You all are coming up on the election time. It is just around the corner. And I know a lot of you have wanted to leave before this time comes, right? Hey, Pamela, I'll be glad to have you at Casa de Tia Niki. Yes, the election is rolling up. The the marketing and campaigning is ramping up. You're getting fed more of the propaganda. You're being fed more of the agenda, right? This happens every 4 years, right? Is that right? So you all know what this is. It's nothing new to us. A lot of us have been on earth long enough to see the cyclical deception that goes on. Now it's your turn. It's your turn, because do a part. Are you ready yet? How much more do you need? I don't think y'all need a little bit more anymore. You don't need any more. Your time has come. So go ahead and hit me up. Go on the website, schedule a consultation so that I can answer your specific questions, especially if you have someone senior or handicapped or something moving abroad. That's becoming kind of a specialty of mine, to be able to handle that transition, because the physical incapacity plus the desire to want to move can be really heavy. So I'm here to make that a lot easier for you. Right? The phone, right? Pamela, they calling on the phone. He don't call you no other time. You be like the governor. I've been trying to call you for 3 weeks. They don't never no other time but election time do they find your phone number and send you text messages in the middle of the night. So guess what? My phone don't go off. We doing good here. I told y'all the judicial system is right here. 1 term, 6 years, and then you got to go. I'll see you next. They keep it rolling. Let's go. You cannot be reelected. It brings in fresh blood. It keeps the economy rolling. It brings in good. And they also carry on the legislation of the previous office holder. So they uphold the laws. They redo the laws. They really are about the people here. That's the one thing, is that, this is free enterprise. You can set up your business. I've done it. I've done things here, y'all, that I could have never done in the States. A lot of people are like, United States is great. A lot of foreigners be like, it's great. You go there, you can start a business. Yeah, they can kind of do that for you. But I know a lot of people who have been in the States their whole life and cannot get a small business loan to save their life. Right? Right? But somebody can come from another country and get all the funding they need, right? So guess what? I went to another country. Woo, 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 woo. I went to another country and was treated with the same type of respect and acceptance, and was able to form a business here very easily and affordable. So when you come here, you want to get into the tax system. You want to be able to get both American money and them pesos. So you can, I would say, use that money to boost you or to push you and usher you to the next level. You need some capital, but you don't need a lot to make it in Merida. And that's the wonderful thing. You don't have to kill yourself to live a good life where in America or the United States, pardon me, you are merely surviving day to day, right? If it's not financially, it's mentally. If it's not mentally, it's financially. It's emotionally. It's with friends. It's with on some level you never quite achieve that work-life balance that you want. For my people that are still in the working years, for my older people who are seniors or who are on their way to retirement, I highly recommend Merida. You can go out to the beach. You can get your friends. You can chill out. You don't have to worry about violence, and you can be able to save some of that limited income that you do receive from the government, right? I know a lot of people in LA, they're getting checks, but they still out on Skid Row. If you get a chance, go to TikTok and support. It starts with one day, I believe. I wrote it down. It starts with one day is the name of the TikTok channel. I donate to them regularly. They do really good work with people. They are out on the ground giving free lunch and helping people with programs, get food. They had clothes the other day as it gets cooler all over. Even though LA is warm, it's still cooler in those winter months, especially at night. So check out at Starts With One Day on TikTok. I highly recommend them. Also, just want to remind you that Bluebird has a free Cocoa Circle on Friday, October the 25th from 4 to 5 p.m. Are you feeling anxious or creatively blocked, stressed, or desire to connect with your intuition? Join us for a Cocoa Circle. Cocoa is known as the food of God by the Mayans and can address these issues and more. If you're looking to join us, and I will ask her if it will be virtual too, because I think that would be good if you guys can join virtually. It is free, and you do have to register for it, and the WhatsApp number is on the screen. The location will be given after registration, so please feel free to do that and support our girl Blue as she also finds her way here in Merida. There is a way for you too. There's a way for you too. I want you to know that. There is a way for you too. Go over to tianiki.com and hit that Show Me the Way button. That is your way. When you click that button, you'll get a lot of information about Merida, how the weather is here, the local culture, and some of the festivals that we celebrate. Day of the Dead is coming up. So we're going to have a good time on Day of the Dead. They start about 10 days before the 31st. And I tell you, tonight they have fireworks going off. It's very lively here. They have a lot of activities. And I will be covering as many of those as I possibly can during this festive season. As the temperatures cool off, it's becoming beautiful. The humidity is decreasing. And the temperatures are just wonderful. 70s and 80s is the most wonderful time to visit in Merida. The hottest months and the most rainiest months are June through October. So we've been getting rain. We're also looking at tropical storm Nadine that is in the Gulf right now, and she might make her way by Merida. But thankfully, we have been saved from the few hurricanes that have come by. That's exactly what they did. They went by. They clipped us. We got some rain, but we did not suffer any power outages. Shout out to Cuba. Right now, well, all of Cuba is in the dark and nobody can explain why. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, y'all. Stuff is going on all over. Be aware of where you are, who you are, why you need to do what you need to do, where you need to do it, and how. And if you need help, I'm here always to help you out. We'll come up with a plan. I've got y'all a place to stay. Y'all running out of excuses. Are you ready yet? Y'all running out of excuses. Gee, Niki, I ain't got the money. Oh, well, guess what? Just come this time of the month where you can get a ticket, round trip ticket for $300. I ain't got nowhere to stay. I got you. Don't worry about it. You come over there. I got you. I need to learn budget. Oh, we got the business development class. You got that. I'm here to give you a solution to your problems, to answer your questions, and to solve your issues. That's what the Tia and Niki brand is all about. right? Oh, thank you, Ellie. I'm really enjoying this live. I'm glad that y'all are. So before I go, I am going to leave you all with where is happiness? Because a lot of times I know we're looking for our place to be, a place to not only exist, but to live and to flourish. You can indeed do that abroad, but the journey does start within. You got to go in to go out, right? That is the way that this realm operates, right? So as you go in and do your affirmations and your meditations, I'm going to leave you with a word. Where is happiness? And in the meantime and in between time, I will see y'all on next Sunday. Where we'll have a fantastic topic. We'll both find out at the same time. It's exciting. And then also, I may have some footage this week. Also want to, I welcome Hamza on board. He is our first employee at Tia Niki in Merida. He's doing the marketing, so you guys should see an increase on the social platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok of your girl's presence. He is pumping out material for me. He's in Pakistan. If you guys... And I did learn this from Cortez. Americans are kind of expensive. And I know why, because you got to pay rent. So go to a country where the rent is cheaper. And you can hire somebody there that'll do a bang-up job for you at an affordable price to get help with some of the stuff that you all are planning to do. A lot of you all have courses and classes and workshops, and you want to sell products and things like that when you get to Merida or in preparation to move to Merida. So these are some of the things that will help you streamline that process. And then, of course, I'm always here to help you figure it out. That's what we'll do. We'll figure it out together. All right. Are there any questions? Oh, thank you so much, Julia. I appreciate you. I want to give a shout out to Julia for the chat, for the super chat. Woo, woo, woo. Super chat, super chat. Thank you so much, Lenora. I appreciate that. I'll be trying to bring y'all that information because I know you need it. So break free. You can absolutely do it. There's no reason why you can't. I'm living proof all the way from homelessness. I was in my car, y'all, eating sandwiches from the Giant. That's what I was doing. Now I live all right. I'm doing okay. My room is a little small, but I'm all right. I'm inside. And my bills are paid, right? And I'm happy. So yield to the vortex. Are you ready yet? It's time to get ready if you ain't ready, but stay ready. Be ready for the change because your opportunity is going to come to walk through that door, and I want you to do it. And guess who's going to be on the other side? Hey, girl. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Sabi. I'm going to be right there on the other side. Casa de Tia Niki, come in. Put your bags down. Erica Badu made a song, Bag Lady. Put your bags down. The ones on the outside and the ones on the inside, they are quite heavy. So with that being said, I will see you all on the next Tia Niki in Merida. I hope you have a wonderfully successful week. This week, I want you to do something every day. Every day, do something, just a little bitty something towards he said, I'm ready. Sabir said he ready. Towards your goal. All it takes is one step. And once you get in motion, things that stay in motion, stay in motion. So get the motion going. Your do a part is upon you. And with that being said, until next time, peace. Stay around for the video. Hey everyone, it's Tia Niki back with another important message about happiness. We've all heard the saying, happiness starts from within. But what does that really mean? Happiness isn't a destination, it's an inside job. It's something we cultivate within ourselves day by day. So, how do we start? It begins with self-care. I'm talking about taking care of your mental and emotional health. Every day, take a moment to acknowledge what you're thankful for. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Protect it fiercely. When I moved to Merida, Mexico, I realized that the change of scenery alone wasn't enough to make me happy. It wasn't until I focused on my own self-care, practiced gratitude, and protected my happiness that I truly began to thrive here. Visit me online at tianiki.com and let's make your journey to happiness a reality.